Now this morning I took delivery of this. This is the brand new ShotScope Pro ZR laser rangefinder. Now it's a premium offering from ShotScope. It has just been released and you can get one for around about £299, which sits probably in the middle price point in terms of premium laser rangefinders on the market. So there are some cheaper options like the ShotScope Pro L2, but there are some far more expensive options. This feels like a solid laser rangefinder and it is packed with features at really what I would say fair price point. Now if you are interested in buying one, the link is in the description below. There's also a handy discount code, Andy's Golf, which you can use on the ShotScope website, which might get you 15% off depending on when you are viewing this video and looking to purchase. Anyway, because I've just taken delivery of the device, I haven't had a chance to head out to the golf course and test it out, but I will get round to that in due course. But I thought I'd make this video just to tell you a little bit more about the product, to show you what comes inside the box, and also to share my initial thoughts and opinions having held it for the first time and had a few practice shots in the garden. So first of all, let's talk about its key features. In terms of range, 1,500 yards. It sounds insane. It sounds like way more than any golfer is going to need, but to be honest, it's probably the longest range I've ever heard of on a laser rangefinder. Now, I made a few shots from the garden across the road, probably about 200-300 yards away, and it was crystal clear. Managed to lock onto the trees and telephone posts that I was shooting with it, so I'm interested to see how it performs on the golf course. Of course, nobody is going to need 1,500 yards, but I'm really interested to see for those longer distances just how well it locks onto the targets and performs, because one of the biggest things I've noticed from holding it is just how heavy it is. Now that's a great thing for a laser rangefinder because sometimes they can be a little bit too lightweight, they move about, they're difficult to zap, but with this I think that extra weight is definitely going to help. It's not so heavy that it's uncomfortable to hold, but there is clearly a lot of extra weight in this. Now it also has this DuraShield outer casing, I think that's what the ShotScope are calling it, and this has been designed to basically make it more durable, more hard wearing, and also protect it from the elements. So I've never had an issue with any water ingress in any of the lasers that I've had, but this casing and covering on the Pro ZR should help when you're playing in those wetter conditions. But it feels really nice to hold. There's a nice rubber area around here on the laser rangefinder, exactly where you're going to grip it basically, and there's a mixture of the kind of rubber with the plastics and also even just these little nice touches with the silver and the logo and silver around, just gives it that more premium look. In terms of holding it, it's comfortable. This is a little area here where you'll cradle it in your hand, very similar to the other ShotScope lasers, to be honest. It's less sort of concaved than the Pro LX was, and more probably in line with the Pro L2, which is the affordable laser I use. Now if you're interested in finding out more about that, there is a link in the description to my full review of the Pro L2, which you can get your hands on for around about £130, maybe even cheaper. But if you're looking to splash a little bit more, then this might be something worth considering. Other features that you'll find on this, we've got the rapid fire detection. It was very quick when I was zapping things in the garden and across the road. I will be interested to see how well it locks on to those flags, but that's something that ShotScope haven't really had any issues with, certainly with the Pro L2 and even the Pro LX. I found them pretty good lasers to zap those pins with. It has the adaptive slope technology, so you'll see here we've got a slider switch, which is a premium switch. It feels nice, it's easy to move along, doesn't feel cheap like anything on this laser. It feels premium, and this is a useful feature if you're playing non-competitive golf, and probably a standard, to be honest, in laser rangefinders these days. You need to be able to work out the yardages if you're playing to a green which has got elevation in it. It will take that into account for you, and then you can just toggle it off if you're playing competitively when you're not allowed to use that. As well as that, something that hasn't been in the Pro L2 but was in the Pro LX is the dual optics, so you get red and black. Now, it's not a massive feature, but it is a nice to have, and I'm glad they have included that in this, because when you're playing, depending on the lighting conditions, toggling between red and black for your display on the screen is useful, and it is actually something that I missed having used the Pro L2. So I'm looking forward to trying that out on the golf course. And you will notice on the side here, we have the ShotScope branding here, but that's actually a cart magnet. So if you are interested in playing in a cart and you want to stick it onto the cart, then there's the magnet there. And of course, I'll be testing that out as well. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what comes inside the box in case you are interested in buying one of these. So let's take a closer look at the packaging. So this is a ShotScope Pro ZR packaging. Very, very nice, very neat, just very ShotScope, very, very similar to what they have been putting out for a number of years now. So well designed. Let's open it up and take a closer look inside. So this is the device itself. It comes inside the premium waterproof carry case, so we'll take a look at that in more detail in just a second. We've got a user manual here. Again, quite similar to what ShotScope have produced before. I like the fact that they go for these very, very small, easy to understand, easy to read manuals, rather than the big thick chunky ones that you don't need. And also they don't have all of that extra stuff in there, all that legal information you don't really need. They've got the most important stuff at the back, but we don't have to worry about big user manuals. So we've got a user manual there. We have the cleaning cloth for the screen. We've got one of these little sachets that you get in most products. Put that to the side. There's the carabiner clip for the case, so that will just go on to the back here. And what else do we have? We also have this. So ShotScope have now included free GPS maps. So when you download the app, you can access overview maps before you play golf courses. This is really useful. Whilst you're playing as well, you could load this up and get an idea of where doglegs are, where hazards are, using GPS information on the golf course. So that's a really nice addition there from ShotScope. Let's move all that stuff to the side, because what you're probably interested in is this. So this is the premium carry case, not too dissimilar to the Pro LX laser rangefinder case or that found on the Pro L2. Feels like it's a nice quality one. Let's open the pouch at the top and unzip it, and then you'll see you get it inside this little cellophane pouch. Let's take it out, and this is the laser here. So basically it comes inside. It's a beautiful looking laser rangefinder. Very nice, and it's got a good weight to it, which is great. You'll see here there's a little tab, and that's where your battery is. And when you first get the device, the battery will actually be in cellophane wrapper. I've already taken this one out, so you see it just pops into there, and then you basically just align this, and then you simply turn it, and that locks that in place. So there you go, 4,000 shots with that battery, and easy to buy another one of those and replace them if need be. So there you have it. That's what comes inside the box when you purchase your ShotScope Pro ZR. As I've already said, I think this is a really nice offering from ShotScope. There isn't anything that I actually don't like about it. I like the fact that they have included the red and black dual optics on it. I love the fact that it's got slope mode. That's to be expected. The weight on it is a great addition. The weight is something that perhaps was missing from some of the previous models, but that extra bit of weight should help with stability in those longer shots or when the conditions get a little bit windier, which is common here in Scotland. It's comfortable to hold, it feels secure. I like that they've upgraded the casing here so it doesn't in any way feel cheap, and I'd be confident that if this was to get dropped, it would be protected by that casing that we can see, that Dura Shield. First thoughts and opinions, really impressed. If you want to find out more, hit the link in the description below. That'll take you to the ShotScope website. You'll be able to, hopefully, depending on when you're watching, save a little bit of money, but if not, £299 is a pretty good price for a really high quality laser rangefinder. As I said, I'm going to take it out to the course. As with all of my reviews, I'll be pushing it through its paces over a number of rounds to make sure that I can give you the most honest and up-to-date review. But yeah, interested in taking this one to the course, and thanks again for watching. If you're interested in finding out more about the ShotScope Pro L2 laser rangefinder or any of the other ShotScope products, then why not check out some of these videos here.